Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another Ghost of Tsushima video. I hope y'all are doing well and staying safe. Today we're going to be talking about week 5 Nightmare Story Mode and how to easily complete it. Now, the gameplay that you're going to see is something that I did. I just queued in with a random, and he happened to be an assassin. I'm a hunter, obviously, and we did a really solid run. No wounded. We did all the objectives. It was actually really good, so I figured it would be, the perfect run through for this video. I'm gonna play the video at 125%, and I'm gonna basically commentate on things to do in different areas in order to make this week's Nightmare Story Mode a little bit easier for you guys. I hope it helps, and if you guys enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like. It helps out tremendously. Thank you all for all the support on the Ghost of Tsushima videos. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, here's to hoping they actually put out new content. I know they said they're not going to, but hopefully they do. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. See you next time. Peace. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Listen, we finally made it to a week where we had to get attunements, and we have to deal with attunements. And now I know if you guys have been playing this game, you understand just how difficult attunements can be, not only because it makes our enemies really strong if you don't have the proper attunement activated on yourself, but also requires a certain amount of teamwork that, it's really hard to come by. So first thing I want to say, guys, is this week's modifier is deadly melee. So I'm assuming, because it doesn't really give me a description of what it means, but I'm assuming it's self-explanatory, and I'm going to take it for face value and just say that they hit really hard. And during this gameplay, you can actually see that that's pretty true. They do hit really hard. So let's get back to attunements, guys. This is the most important part, because literally every part of this specific story mission has attunements in some way, shape, or form, whether it's your enemies or whether you have to, go to the shrines and utilize teamwork. So the first thing I want to say is get your attunement as soon as possible. You and your partner, get to your attunement as soon as possible. Right now, that doesn't mean run straight towards it. If you have to kill a couple guys on the way, like we're doing here, I would definitely suggest doing that. If not, get to that attunement, and be sure that while you have that attunement, guys, and this is my second point, is attack the proper enemy with the proper attunement. So if you have the moon attunement, the blue one, attack another enemy that has the blue attunement. And what this does is it takes off their attunement, which is their buff that makes them really strong. And also it allows your teammate to help you when necessary in order to kill them. So always attack the specific one. So in this instance, everything was green. So my teammate only had, he was the only one with the green. So he's attacking this guy. And this brings me to my next point, guys, is you always want to help your teammate when possible. So if he's attacking something, and we are on Nightmare Story Mode, and so they're not going to be easy either way, help him out, right? If you don't have any, like if you're blue and you don't have any blue enemies around you, help your teammate and wipe them out as fast as possible. And you don't always have to stick together. So at the beginning, you saw us kind of split up and go and grab our attunements. And if you can hold your own, I suggest splitting up and getting your attunements as soon as possible. In this portion specifically, the attunements were right next to each other, but they're not always going to be that way. And lastly, for this little area, I do want to say, and I guess it kind of goes to say throughout the whole story mission, is you want to be really elusive. So with the deadly modifier, guys, they hit really hard. So a lot of rolls, a lot of situational awareness you need to utilize in order to not get hit. So try not to get hit is like the main goal, because once you go down and let's say you have the blue attunement and there's blue enemies left, it becomes really hard for your teammate to handle, the blue enemies, because they're really strong. So make sure you're paying attention to the attunements and utilize teamwork and communication. Now, like I said, I went in with this random, and he just so happened to have been, on it. And so we kind of went through this, and just with pinging and, a little common sense goes a long way. So that's what that area.
Ghosts found 3 more.
All right, guys. So this area is pretty simple. There's 3 different camps with 3 different totems that you guys have to destroy. The good thing about this is the attunement right when you first start off is pretty easy, pretty close. Just grab it, kill the guys that don't have attunement, and then kill off the guys that are around the ritual area. And you want to make sure you kill the guys that are around the ritual area before you just try to straight up destroy the totem. Because once you destroy the totem, it takes off your attunement, and it does not take off their attunement. So I've tried this before, and I thought I was going to be, you know, really witty and take off their attunement. No, it doesn't work like that. So make sure you kill them off before you destroy the totem. And before you destroy the totem, another thing I would make sure to look out for is any shrines that you may have to use your attunement to get to. So if there's no shrines and you're all clear, destroy the totem, move on to the next area. So once you get into this little camp up here coming up, just know it's going to start getting a little crazy. You want to get to the attunement as soon as possible. I know I keep saying that, guys, but I've seen so many people just try to go into the camp and just fight. And, you know, it's never going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to get overwhelmed. They have the deadly melee modifier, and it's not going to be fun for either one of you guys if you start aggroing everyone when you don't even have an attunement. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to aggro anybody on the way to the attunement, but try your best to get straight to it. If you have to kill somebody that's in your way that doesn't have an attunement, then so be it. Don't waste your time, guys, trying to figure out who's going to get what attunement. Just run, grab one, and start fighting off your opponents or assassinating and killing them off as you can. So we are a hunter and an assassin mix, so we're pretty versatile with range and melee, so we could kind of do it both ways in this situation. So you see me here starting to work on the guys that have the blue. So, you know, that Ronin right there had the blue, and so I'm trying to find the right color because some of the Oni are really hard to tell. And so I'm specifically targeting the one that has my color. And once I find that specific one, that's the one I'm going to go to. So this guy right here, I found, you know, I'm attacking him. We're good to go. He may or may not have an attunement on because it's really hard to tell. And then we start attacking. If you do a lot of damage to them, either 1, you took their attunement off, or 2, your partner took that attunement off, and keep putting on damage. And once you kill them all off and you don't have any shrines to go to, destroy the totem. All right, guys, so this area can get a little dicey if you aren't playing as a team. It's a pretty heavily guarded camp. The good thing is there are a few archers here that I was able to take out, so we don't got to worry about them later. So that's important if you are an archer. Make sure you're looking out for those guys that are on the towers, because they will be a pain in the ass later if you're in the middle of a fight. So as you can see here, I hop down. Like listen, it's really hard to do this part stealthily. So, you know, I kind of just said, F it. I'm going to just come in here and grab this. So I grab the attunement as fast as possible, and I aggro everyone around this area, which is fine because not every one of them were attuned, luckily for me. As you can see right here, there's a few guys that I'm fighting. Shield guys are a pain in the butt, and I see my teammate come up behind them, which actually really helped out. Luckily he did that. So this kind of goes in the department of working as a team. If you see him coming up, man, you know, I kind of just kited those guys back, let them follow me a little bit, and then let him assassinate both people. So it actually really worked out perfectly. We saw this big Oni dude. I crit striked him, threw a smoke bomb down, and then right here we work as a team to kind of take him down. He didn't have an attunement on him, but it's all good. And when we first came in this area, we realized, you know, we had to do a shrine. So after we kill these ritual dudes off right here, which as you can see, I have the blue one, so I'm targeting the blue guys. After we kill these guys off, before we destroy the totems, we go and we hit this floating shrine because, you know, you don't want to take off your attunements. So that makes this area pretty simple, guys. If you guys just focus on getting your attunement, killing those guys off quickly, and then hitting this shrine if you did get this variant.
ritual had been stopped, and the ghosts breathed a sigh of relief. But the kami whispered to the ghost that an even greater threat still remained. Story has become grim. Eo's ritual is surrounded by Mongol guardians.
So as you can see, guys, we did grab the curse in this one, and it did end up tethering us together. So this area specifically takes the absolute most teamwork out of all the areas, considering you are tethered, and there are 3 different attunements in 3 different colors. Every enemy in this area does have attunements. As you can see, I'm targeting my attunement, my orange attunement. And like I said, guys, it's important to do that because it's so easy to get overwhelmed, especially in this areas. Also, use your cooldowns appropriately, right? So right here, I have a smoke bomb because I know we can keep these guys at bay and put on damage where we can. So I mark his green guy right here because I want him to know, you know, in case it was hard for him to see, because it is teamwork is important. As you see, he attacked his green guy and then went to his other one. So I'm helping him out. Now that we've killed off our specific colors, wow, I almost died right here because those guys hit hard. As we killed those guys off, we knew we had to come get this last color. Instead of trying to fight them off, we go and we grab our attunement because we know it'll be a lot simpler and it'll make it a lot easier for us to work as a team and take these guys down, because they do take a lot of damage if you do not have the proper attunement, I promise. Now, we did have the scroll. We did have the Oni treasure all in this area. We decided to save them till the end. Now, what's important here, guys, when you take the when you take off the attunements right here, once you strike these totems, you need to know that as soon as you do this, Oni are going to spawn and they are going to be attuned. So you need to work as a team that the second you strike the last one, you are going to run and grab another attunement, because if you don't, it's going to be a really long, really difficult fight. As you can see, he postures his character this way, so I know he's ready to run over here. So we grab this, and luckily enough, it happened to be the correct guy. So they spawn next to the attunements that they are. So we grab the orange guy spawned, I help him kill him. And then we press on after we use that smoke bomb so they can't see us to the next attunement. So I grab this one. We work on this green guy real quick. And then he goes and grabs his, right? So we keep him at bay. He goes and grabs his attunement. And then we can fight our guys off equally and put on damage together. Now, we both had our ults ready to go. So that's what I mean when it comes to using your cooldowns, guys. You know, you want to save them for the big dudes if you can. You know, I understand sometimes situations get sticky and you really can't, but it is what it is. So we take our guys down nice and smooth. It was a great run, like I was saying, guys. So I'm super happy that I went through it with someone that was actually, you know, pretty solid. So now we get to the Oni treasure, which is right here. And then later on, you will see that the scroll is just behind that health gourd. Sorry, the health drum that I hit earlier, like just over the cliff. So if we ever get the scroll in this area, that's typically where it's at. We kill off the Oni treasure, we find the scroll, and we head out. Now, guys, I really hope that this video helped you guys in a way that will make this a lot easier for you and your teammate to complete this. I know attunements are a headache, but guys, if you use them properly, it can actually be a walk in the park. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. If this video helped y'all, let me know. If you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, and let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Later.
One of my lost scrolls.
This way. Thanks.
This way.
Can't beat these.